All right, just before I continue, I just deleted all my previous orders here because I had different ones. So I just created 2 new that I'm making sure that are correctly archived, they're not stored or anything. So just 2 new from the order menu page, and we're ready to go again. What we're going to do is we're going to change this a little bit up here so we only get to see the actual things that are in the, if it's stored or not stored. We want to use the if statement. That's what I want to tell you. So if you go to where you have your order number here, it's around line 67 for me here, or 68 actually. And inside this one, we're going to create a if statement. So the if to check on something. Since we're already doing the loop, we can just run through everything from here, right? So we have our item. Oops, we have our item here, and what we're going to check is this. Whoops, if I can spell correctly, I'm having a good day with this writing here. So our order, our store order. That's the one I want to check. So if this is set to false. And it should be, right? So for starters, it should be there. So let's click save. Now our thing should still be here. So if I click this, it should disappear, and it does, and that's great. So now we know this works, right? So that's the simple version of just have this here. Create the if statement and check if the store order is true or false. If it's false, then disappear. We're not removing it from the database. We're just not showing it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to where we have our revenue right here. So we haven't really created a lot of things here. So we're going to do a few things. So the first, we're just going to remove this the span here. Oops. Oops again. Here we're going to create a paragraph real quick, and we're going to call this completed orders. And like this, and then we're going to add a little style to it, so a class, and we're going to do font weight. We can just copy something from previous. Font weight, bold, and we want body -1, so it's a little bit capitalized, and we want the dark gray, yes, text here. So let's just see if this does that worked, groovy, I want to say. So that's the first one we want to do. Then we have a, still inside here, we want to just create a div block again. Sorry, and the next one we want to do is we want to create a paragraph again, and in here we want total orders with an S, and let's just add a few things in here. So and let's give it an ID, and then we'll style this later, total orders. And let's create a span class over here. So this is, if we compare this to that one, this is this one we're doing now. We're going to add a red one so we can actually see a little bit easier. So create a span, and in here we're going to do our interpolation. We're going to grab the order items, and then we're going to do a length of those. So converting it into a number string, right? So count how many there are in this one. So let's just click save, and let's see if we refresh. Right now it says 2, so it's already working because we have 2 in our array because it knows that from here, right? So we're just going to add a little color to this. So do a class again, not double, yes, double O's, and let's just do a incomplete dash text and font weight, I can't even do this right. Font weight, there we go. Dash bold. So it's a little bit easier to do. Woohoo! Groovy. So I'm just gonna really quick copy this div block here and paste it in so we have it twice, and I can just create some space so it's easier to see what I just copied. And instead of having total orders, we're going to switch this to revenue list. And instead of having total orders, let's call this something else. Let's call this, actually just let's leave this out, whoops, remove this. Where's my delete button? There we go. All of this, I could have just written, that would probably have been quicker and less confusing for you. And let's remove all this as well. So just have our paragraph here, and inside the paragraph we are going to, no we're not actually, we're going to just delete this, and actually we're going to continue in the next video so I will confuse you a little bit less.